Andy, stop right there.
Okay.
Out of the pit.
All right.
Before we bury our pit, I'm going to make soil art.
Wait a second. Soil can be used for art?
Yes, you can use the different soil horizons to make soil paint. Let's get scooping. All right, here we are. Here's my soil sample that I'm going to be using for painting. Now we're going to use the soil that we collected to make soil paintings. Once you've collected your soil samples, you can get your art station ready. Find a comfortable place to paint and get these materials. You will need a piece of paper and a stick or a paintbrush. Today I'm using paintbrushes. You're also going to want to have a jar or a cup of water. Now that we have our materials ready, we can start painting. Today I will be painting with my professor, Teresa. To get started, you'll take your paintbrush and gently dip it in the water. Next, take your wet paintbrush and dip it in your soil. You might need to get a little bit more water. And once you get some soil on your paintbrush, you can start painting. Today, I'm really enjoying the warm weather and the beautiful trees around us, so I'm going to be painting a sun with some trees. Today, I'm painting with the soil from Willowit. Teresa's painting with the soil from my front yard. Do you notice any differences between the colors of our soils? Now that we're almost done with our paintings, what did you notice about your soil paint?
One thing I noticed is that the soil is really dry and chalky. So even though I dipped the brush in the water first, it still didn't stick very well to the paintbrush. And then when I painted on the paper, the pigment didn't go very far before I had to start dipping again to get more pigment. So it was hard to get color on the page or any longer line. So then I thought, well, maybe the problem is the paintbrush. So I tried sticking my finger in the water and in the soil. And when I did that, I was able to make this kind of line. So I got a longer line, but because of the water, it spread the pigment out further and made it even lighter. So that's what I noticed with my soil. What did you notice with yours?
Well, for my painting, I first noticed that the color of my pigments when I used the soil was a lot darker than yours. I also noticed that there was more chunks, but these chunks were really fun to play with. When I took more water on my paintbrush, then I could spread it out more. So it really looks like this soil likes water, because I was able to spread it very easily with my paintbrush. When I used my finger in the soil, I was able to get more of a lighter color, but I wasn't really able to spread it out like you were able to. So that was an interesting difference. Thanks again for learning about soils with us. I encourage you to explore the soils where you live and also see what soils inspire you to do.